Hi everybody, Jenny Guthrie, nurse practitioner and owner of Glow Medical Aesthetics, talking about microneedling today, or what we like to call around here collagen induction therapy. So we use a device called SkinPen, and there's only a handful of devices on the market in the United States that are actually approved by the FDA. This is really, really important. Why, you ask? Well, number one, you can go on Amazon and probably Shein these days and Temu and buy microneedling devices, right? They are not FDA approved. And the importance of the FDA approval process for these devices are safety and effectiveness. Are they going to do what they say they're going to do, and are they going to do it in a safe manner? When you are getting devices straight from China, you don't know the kind of metals that are in them. You could have allergic reactions. You don't know if the tips that they are providing with these devices are going to work. Are they going to damage your skin more? Are they even sterile? We don't know, and so you don't know what kind of contamination that you might get. So at Glow Medical, we use the SkinPen device, which has studies submitted to the FDA, knowing that from patient to patient that we're not going to risk transmitting bloodborne pathogens from one patient to another inadvertently. And we also know that when we follow the protocols of this device, that we can give you fabulous results. So SkinPen microneedling basically involves us a little wand that has a tip on it that is used one time for one patient, and then we throw it away, so they are disposable. And so we put a tip on it that has tiny little microneedles. Don't worry, we numb your face so it's not super spicy, and so your face will be numb, and we use a gel and we run the device in a pattern over your face. And this is causing little micro injuries or little poke holes in the skin, and it's triggering your body's immune system and your body's natural healing processes to go to this area and heal these tiny little microdots. This causes an acceleration in the stimulation of collagen, and it helps to reduce fine lines. It helps with the tautness of the skin. It helps to reduce the appearance of pore size. It's also fabulous for acne scarring. It's one of the best things that we have here for acne scarring that you can also do in combination with Moxie to further improve the results, because acne scarring can be really frustrating and challenging to treat. But this is a fabulous device. In some patients, depending on the level, it can actually help some with hyperpigmentation. I wouldn't say that's going to help everybody with hyperpigmentation, but it actually can help with that. We can use it in combination with other procedures, which again, consistency over time and combination therapy are always going to be your ace in the hole, so to speak, that's going to help you with getting the best results. We can use it in combination with Moxie. We can use it in combination with BBL. We can use it in combination with chemical peels, exosomes, PRP. All of these things, when we use them together, can provide you wonderful results. There are studies on this SkinPen device that I absolutely love, and that's where we get the whole collagen induction therapy. And what they found in patients that received 3 treatments about 4 to 6 weeks apart, that those people, even after the 3rd treatment, had continued collagen improvement for 6 months following the completion of their series. So this is one of those things that, again, we have to tell our bodies how to make collagen, because over time, the natural process is that our body breaks down collagen faster. It builds it back crappier. It's not doing the job that it used to do of collagen stimulation. And so we have to tell our bodies, I want you to make better collagen. And using microneedling by SkinPen is one of the ways to do that. So things to think about in preparation for your procedure. If you've been on Accutane, we can't do SkinPen microneedling on you for 3 to 6 months, or unless we have clearance from your dermatologist. So these are just things to take into consideration. The beauty of this device is we can use it during the summer months. The only thing is, if you come in with an actual sunburn, we won't be able to treat you. But you can come in with tan skin, and you can be out in the sun within a few days of your microneedling procedure. So there's not a lot of significant things that you have to do to prep for it. We do ask that you don't have active spray tan on your face, meaning that you didn't just get a spray tan recently. It's not the same, the 2-week window that we have with other procedures. Now, if you are going to do it in combination with those procedures, then those restrictions would apply. But this one, we have a little bit more freedom with it. Your post-care considerations are those little poke holes are going to stay open for about 24 hours. So we do ask that you don't put makeup on your face during that time. You're going to be red for a day or two, kind of like a mild sunburn. In some patients, if you've had alcohol or Aleve, aspirin, ibuprofen, things like that, some people can get little pinpoint bruising in certain areas, so you just have to plan accordingly for that. You can resume wearing makeup after 24 hours. Some patients like myself, I do get a little bit of edema around my eyes, like I had a good cry after these procedures. It's usually not terribly significant, but just something to think about so you're not alarmed or that you think you're having a reaction. You do need to be really clean for the first 24 hours, meaning keeping your cell phone off your face, keeping your hands off your face, not letting your pets lick your face, and we do ask that you sleep with a clean, freshly washed pillowcase the night of your procedure. Just because all the little germies floating around on your pillowcase, we do not need you laying your freshly microneedled face on those germs and having them get in those little poke holes. If you're prone to cold sores, we may need to pre-medicate you with a medication so that way you don't have a flare-up following this procedure. So things to expect when you come in for your microneedling procedure here at Glow Medical Aesthetics. We will be completing medical paperwork and consent forms for you, which you can fill out ahead of time, and we do appreciate if you can take the time to do that. When you come in, we're going to have you wash your face, and we're going to take medical imaging and then do a Visia skin analysis on you. Visia skin analysis is an in-depth assessment of your skin looking at UV damage, brown spots, red spots, vascularity, pore size, and things like that. It gives a numeric value to those areas so we can track your progress over time. Once you've completed your medical imaging, you'll be taken back to the treatment room where you'll be asked to put on a wrap or a robe. This is just so we don't mess up your clothing and we can see the areas that we need to see. You will have numbing cream applied, which you'll need to sit with for about 15 minutes so we can give it time to work. Once the numbing cream has been removed, then your provider will come in and perform the procedure. The procedure itself takes a good 30 to 45 minutes, so I would plan on being here at the office at least an hour, if not an hour and a half, from start to finish by the time that we do all of your paperwork, your numbing, your post-care instructions, and all of those things. You will be sent home with a post-care kit with instructions on how to use those products for the first few days following your procedure. After that time, you can then go back to your standard skincare routine. So what areas can we treat with microneedling? Of course, the face and neck are very common areas. Another thing that I like about microneedling is that we can safely do below the eyebrow and all the way almost up to your lash line as long as we're staying on the bone. So it's a great area to treat the delicate skin around the eye, which is one of the areas that shows aging on our faces first. So we need to start treating it and being conscientious of it sooner rather than later. We can also do it on stretch marks on the body, acne scars, surgical scars, traumatic scars from things like car wrecks or accidents. There's all sorts of utility that microneedling has demonstrated in those areas. So other questions that we get asked about microneedling are, when should I start receiving microneedling treatments? Well, my motto is aging starts a lot sooner than we really think it does. And so if you're struggling with any kind of acne or acne scars or early signs of aging in your mid to late 20s and your 30s, absolutely a time to start considering microneedling. Microneedling will actually slow some of the aging processes that we see. It's better to prevent a problem than to treat it, is another thing that I say quite frequently around here. And so if we wait till some of the signs of skin breakdown and collagen breakdown are very evident in our skin, it takes more treatments, more time, and more effort to get the result we want. Where if we start early and we never develop the lines in the first place, you're gonna maintain that more youthful glow longer down the road into your life. So there's really not a time to delay in getting your microneedling, but come in and start it earlier than you might think. We do treat face and neck here at Glow Medical, so when you come in thinking you're just gonna have your face treated, your neck comes with the treatment. And again, I'm very adamant about treating this area because it does show signs of aging earlier than even the face does. And I've had many conversations with my patients through the years where they've regretted not treating their neck when they were younger. And so I'm trying to save my younger patients that regret down the road. In fact, I tell them in 5 or 10 years, I want you to call me and thank me. Say, thank you that you made me treat my neck with my microneedling procedure, because there is a method to the madness and why we're having this procedure combined together. So questions that we get asked about microneedling, of course, encompass cost. How much does this procedure cost? Well, we have lots of ways for you to be able to make this procedure attainable for you. Number one is through our membership packages that we offer here at Glow. That includes 4 microneedling procedures per year, which is really optimal for a maintenance mode. If you're having something that we're needing to treat, either acne scarring or something you really want to see improvement in, we'd recommend doing a series of 3 closer together, which we have a package where you bundle the 3, you get a price break so that you can enjoy the best results and have some savings that way. Again, combination therapy. Can we combine microneedling with other procedures? And of course, we sure can. And I'm a fan of doing multiple procedures in one visit. It respects your time, number one. We're all very busy these days, and sometimes it's hard to get in and make time for yourself. And so when we can do them all together, it just makes it easier. It checks it off your box, and you can move on down the road of life. Also, combination procedures, I do feel like, provide better results. So we can combine your microneedling with Botox. We can combine it with a chemical peel. We can combine it with BBL. We can combine it with Moxie. We can combine it with the use of exosomes or PRP on top, which speed your healing and also speed the collagen and regenerative stimulation that you get from this procedure. So when you leave from your microneedling procedure, you will be sent home with a post-care kit. We ask that you use those products only for the first few days following your procedure for best results. Because we've caused little poke holes in the skin, products that your skin would normally love might be sensitive to while those little poke holes are active. So after 24 to 48 hours, you can resume your normal skincare products that you love and normally use, but until then, use the post-care kit that we send home with you. We also ask that you continue faithfully using sunscreen every day, just for the sake of wearing sunscreen, not just for special events or vacations or going to the pool or lake, but that you wear that SPF faithfully every day as part of your skincare regimen.